Good morning, Redeemed. Let me stand up, actually. Let's do that. Because if I sit down, I might fall asleep. Just playing. Just playing. I'm going to let a couple of you guys pop up here real quick before I start my rambles of the day. Because y'all won't be hearing from me a whole lot next week because it's SFR week. And I'm excited. This isn't going to work. Let's go back here. Just trying to avoid going back there. When y'all pop up here, say good morning. I'm drinking my first cup of coffee. Do y'all want a cat? Y'all say hey. I see 2 people up here, so say hey when you pop up here. Let a couple more of you guys pop up here. Good morning, Angela. Y'all say hey when you pop up here so I know you're watching. Y'all, this cat, I about can't take it. Y'all, literally, I can't take it. So if y'all want a cat, I'll mail it to y'all. I'll even put some confetti in there. Just playing. Good morning. I wanted to pop up here. I had some things on my heart this morning. It's not going to be a long video, but I wanted to pop up here and do this video this morning because y'all are not going to hear from me a whole lot next week. I'm super excited for SFR, and I'm going to be filling my cup up and taking the week off, and I'm excited. But I wanted to pop up here today and talk about the struggle and where struggle happens in your business, where that starts, how to prevent it, how to avoid that struggle. And if this is aimed for new consultants, but if you're a seasoned consultant, meaning you've been in Scentsy for a little bit now and you're struggling, this is for you too. This is for you. Good morning, y'all. Do y'all like my mug? Look at it. It says, I wet my plants. Y'all know I love puns. It's so cute. So cute. Let me take a sip of this and then I'll start. If you watched the replay, do hashtag replay so I know you watched it. So I was thinking this morning when I was taking my long shower and listening to my podcast, I was thinking about how people struggle in this business, when that struggle starts, how it could have been prevented early on, how to avoid struggling in your business. Everybody struggles in their business, but those struggles should be less. Those struggling months should be less. The good should outweigh the struggle. Always. And if it's not, I'm going to encourage you this morning to kind of revise what you're doing and start over. Each day is a new opportunity for you to start over. Each day you wake up is a brand new day to start over in your business. So I was thinking about, where the struggle starts. And if some of you guys are up here, if you've sponsored, stay with me the entire video because this is going to be good for when you do sponsor to teach your new teamies this. The struggle starts on day 1. When you hit the join button, you are giving a first things first checklist. You're also given an email from me with 10 videos, 10 startup videos with 3 homework assignments. And in your consultant guide, when you're a new consultant, it starts at day 1. When you hit join, when you get your kit, there's a new consultant guide. And one of the very, very first things in that guide that tells you to do to start your business off right is to have a launch party. And I'm seeing this as we grow, as our team grows and as our group grows. So many people are skipping that most important, number 1 foundational thing for their business. They don't think it's important. They don't see value in it, so they skip it. And then months down the road, they wonder why their customer base isn't growing. They wonder why they're struggling in their business because they skipped the most important thing, foundational thing that you could have done in your business when you first started, and that is having a launch party. Why is having a launch party important? Whether you do, I did mine at work. I don't have a lot of friends and family. I had my launch party at work. My coworkers were my launch party. I did mine in my break room on my lunch break when I was a new consultant. I didn't have a home launch party. But so many people are skipping the foundational steps, and then when you're sponsoring, we're not teaching our new people the importance of having a home launch party. I get we're in COVID right now, but you can do an online launch party. Every new person I've offered to do their online launch party for them, and I'm going to tell you the importance of this, so stay with me. Having a launch party is announcing your business. It's saying, I'm coming out into the world. This is my business. I want to share my business with you. It's just like if a business opens or a new restaurant opens and they put signs up saying, hey, we're opening on this date, our grand opening. This is our ribbon. We're going to cut our ribbon. This is our grand opening. It's just like that for your business. You have to have a launch party, and you have to do that quickly. If you skip that foundational step, you're going to struggle months down the road. And I'm seeing this. People skip it, think it's not important, and then 3, 4, 5 months later, they're struggling to get active every month. The importance of a home launch party is, number one, to get your PRV to where you hit shooting star. Those are your first customers. And then you follow up with them and you take care of them. Launch party and follow-ups are two of the most important things that you can do for your business. And what people are doing is skipping the foundational steps, the foundation. And then as they grow and the months go on, they're not building and it's not sustainable, and they're struggling because they skipped the foundational spots. They're skipping the foundation of having a launch party, of following up with your customers, the two very important things that you need to do when you become a new consultant. You're skipping it. And if you're sponsoring, you're not sharing with the people that you sponsor how important it is to have a launch party. I see that because I can pull numbers, and most people aren't hitting shooting star, and they're not active, and they've been a consultant since May. I'm gonna tell you how to fix that in a minute, so stay with me. Don't skip the foundation. If you skip the foundation, and I see it all the time, they skip having launch parties, skip follow-ups, and they say, oh, but I'm posting on social media and nobody's commenting. Boo! You didn't do the foundational things. You have to do the foundational things first. That's why there's called a first things first checklist. To do those first things first before you do anything else. That's why it was designed like that, to do the first things first. So you don't struggle. So you avoid the struggle. So you have growth. So if you're a new consultant, maybe you just started, or maybe you didn't have a launch party, this is a perfect opportunity for you to have a relaunch party. The catalog's getting ready to change. I do it every 6 months, and I've been doing this for almost 4 years. I still have a relaunch party every 6 months when the catalog changes. I invite people over to see the catalog. Why do you do that? When you have a launch party and you have people come to your home, or you do it online, you book parties from that launch party. You book parties. You have people party with you, so you continue to get PRV, you continue to have new hosts, and you continue to grow your customer base. And as you do those things, then you follow up with those people. It continues to have a trickle-down effect. Say amen. Y'all are too quiet. Y'all comment. Y'all comment. Y'all know I'm funny about talking to myself. It has a trickle-down effect. But there won't be a trickle-down effect if you don't start with the foundation. The foundation, having a launch party, so you immediately hit shooting star quickly in your first 15 days. And at your launch party, talk about people getting free and half off Scentsy to book parties, 2 or 3 parties. They book parties. They have 5, 10 people order. You follow up with them, and you take care of them, those people, those 5 or 10 people. You follow up with them, take care of them, but they become forever customers. They become hosts. You see how it trickles down? But if you don't have a home launch party, if you don't have a launch party and don't announce your business, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. You may be able to wing it for a little bit, but you're going to struggle. Don't skip the foundational steps of having a launch party and follow-ups, the 2 most important part. Y'all know I'm not a bragger, but I always love to share numbers. I'm sitting at 5,500 PRV this month. None of it came from parties. All of it came from follow-ups. But those follow-ups came from my original launch party almost 4 years ago at work. Those people partied with me. Their people ordered from me, and I followed up with them, and they partied with me. And their people ordered from them. And I followed up with those people. You see how it has a trickle-down effect? So if you're struggling in your business, let me say this first before I jump into this. If you're sponsoring, you need to be telling your people how important it is for them to have a launch party. And I get we're in COVID, a lot of people can't do home parties. You need to be helping your new people have an online launch party. Don't sponsor and say, figure it out, read Katie's welcome email, do the 10 videos, figure it out. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. And Cindy, a lot of people don't hit shooting star, so don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Book you some parties with some of the people that ordered. Ask them if they want to get free and half off stuff. Book those parties, and you're still continue to get PRV because you're still in your sensational start period. Don't skip foundational things. I see it all the time. People don't even do that. I have people that joined 2-3 months ago. They still didn't do the first things first checklist. But then they text me and say, I'm struggling. And I'm like, well, how did you work your business? Well, I posted something on Facebook. That's not working your business. That's not working your business. You're skipping steps. And the problem is when you skip steps and you skip foundational things, you're not going to build a business. You're not going to build a business. So I want you to think about Target, Walmart, Chick-fil-A. I want you to think about where you live. When they build a new restaurant, or if they build a new store, or a store opens, how do you know about that? They advertise it. They say, hey, we're opening a location at this spot. And guess what happens? I remember when Zaxby's came to Round Rapids. You couldn't eat there for like 3 weeks because everybody was hyped about going. And I had the date in my calendar. I even took off work early that day so I could go to Zaxby's and be one of the first ones there. Yes, judge me if you want, if you must, but I love Zaxby's. They got some banging cheddar bites. They announced it. Some of you guys are starting and not announcing your business. How do you think people know that you're the Scentsy girl? How are you going to get your business out there? More importantly, if you're sponsoring, listen, if you're sponsoring and your people, and I pulled numbers last night. I pulled numbers for some of my frontline. And none of those people that you sponsored have no PRV in. Did you tell them to have a launch party? Did you train them using the new Teamy checklist that's in the Files tab? Did you train them on the importance of their first things first checklist, the importance of having a launch party? And don't say, have a launch party, figure it out. Deuces. Did you tell them, I'm here to help you? If you want to have a home launch party, I'll do my best to be there. If you want to have an online party to announce your business, I'm going to help you with that. You're their person. So having people join and say, figure it out, we don't do that. Don't do that. My sponsor did that to me. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Please don't be that person. I get it. I've sponsored people and I text them and they don't even text me back. Like, they join and I'm like, I need to train you. Can we get on the phone? Deuces. They don't answer. I'm like, we really need to get on the phone. We need to schedule a launch party. They don't respond. That's out of my circle of control. But when you sponsor, when your people do well, you do well. And what baffles me is that we sponsor and we don't train. That's my biggest pet peeve. Why sponsor? Just don't do that. Please don't do that. Just don't sponsor. These are people's lives. This business can change lives, but it starts at the foundation. It starts with your first things first checklist. Schedule your launch party. You know, when I sponsor, this is what I say. I want you to do your first things first checklist. I'm going to send you an email with 10 startup videos, and I want you to go ahead and schedule your launch party. When do you want to do your launch party? To share with your friends and family. After you do those 3 things, I want you to text me so we can get on the phone and train you. Because they need to do those foundational things. That's how you're going to grow a business. So, hear me. Maybe you've been in Scentsy for a few months or a few years and your business isn't where you want it to be. Start over. Start today. Every day is a new opportunity. I listened to Trent Shetland's new podcast this morning. It has me lit. Obviously, it has me lit. Start over. This is the perfect time to start over. Nobody says you have to stay in the struggle. Nobody says you have to struggle forever and ever and ever. And if you're in the struggle, meaning you're struggling to get active every month, or you're a lead consultant or above and you haven't been paid a title in forever, and you're struggling to get your 500 in, you need a do-over. You need a do-over, boo. And that starts with the foundation. That starts with have a relaunch party. It doesn't matter if you've been a consultant for 4 years. Almost 4 years I've been a consultant. I do a relaunch party every 6 months. Why? Why? To get my customers a relationship with them. Build a relationship. This is a relationship business. Stop relying on posting on Instagram, in your stories, and on Facebook to run your business. That's important, yes. But y'all, I've barely been on social media this week. You know why? Because I've done almost 200 follow-ups this week. I've done 1 million mail-outs, getting my catalogs out. I'm doing the foundational things. The follow-ups. I have 8 parties booked for next month. Foundational things come before stuff that does not make a difference in your business. Are they important to stay relevant? Absolutely, but not before foundational things. Not before follow-ups, not before booking your parties and having your PRV in place. So start over. If your business is not where you want it to be and you've been a consultant for a while, start over. If you just joined in the last 2, 3, 4 months, have a launch party. It's not too late to start over. But stop skipping. I just received mine, Angela. I just received mine. It's insane. It's never too late to start over. If this business is a priority to you and you want to receive a paycheck, a consistent paycheck, month after month, it starts with foundational things. Stop skipping follow-ups. If you've had one person order from you since you've been a consultant, when's the last time you checked on them and followed up with them? That's a foundational thing. Did you have a launch party? If the answer is no, I don't care if you've been a consultant for 3 years. You need to schedule a launch party the first week of August when you get your new supplies in. That's a foundational thing, and I'm telling you, people aren't seeing the importance of these foundational things. They're skipping them. They're skipping the foundational things and wonder why they're struggling. You're struggling because you didn't do your first things first checklist, or maybe you read it, but you didn't actually do the things it told you to do. Or you got my welcome email and you listened to some of the videos, but you didn't implement the things that were in there, and then you wonder why you're struggling. Do yourself a favor. It's a perfect opportunity. Catalog's going to change. Schedule a launch party. If you don't want to have one at home, do it at work. Do it at a restaurant. Do it online. For people that joined in March, April, and May, I did online parties for them. I went around my house and showed them stuff that was in my house and shared the products. Don't skip it. So many people are skipping it, and then months later, like, I can't get active. Nobody's buying from me. And I said, well, did you do follow-ups? Did you have a launch party? Especially new consultants. If you're sitting at 0 PRV and you've been a consultant for 3 or 4 months, you didn't have a launch party. Or you're not consistent with sharing. You haven't taken your testers to work with you. You haven't done foundational things. Stop skipping it, y'all. Stop skipping the foundation and taking the easy way out, because there is no easy way. There's no easy way out to success. If there was, everybody would find success in this business. If it was an easy way. Don't skip foundational stuff. And if you're sponsoring people, tell them the importance. If they had a launch party, they'll hit Shooting Star, more than likely. I barely hit it. Like, barely hit it when I was a new consultant. They need to have a launch party. Do your first things first checklist. Do your duty as a sponsor when you're sponsoring. It's not just a number, y'all. This business can change lives. I've seen it. I've seen people walk out of jobs. I've seen people get out of debt because of this business. And yeah, that might seem like a joke to some people, and I get some people are hobbyists. Some people are doing this for fun. This video is not for you if you're one of those people. This video is for the ones that I get text messages at 11 o'clock at night saying, hey, I'm struggling, but I've never seen you post on the team page. I've never seen you reach out for a call when I've offered them in my Monday tip email. You're not struggling. There's a difference between struggling and a difference between not trying. So at the end of the day, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you struggling because you're putting effort in and what you're doing isn't matching it? That's struggling. But if you're struggling, but you're not trying, you haven't taken your testers to work, you haven't posted on social media, you didn't do your launch party, nobody knows you're even a consultant, you're not struggling, boo. You're not working. There's a difference. There's a big difference. That's not struggling. And it kills me when people message me and they say, I'm struggling, and I look at their social media and I go scroll and I'm like, I don't see, there's nothing in here about you being a consultant. Do people even know? Like, did you do a launch party? Did you follow up with your customers? Oh, no, I didn't. I just posted like a couple weeks ago and nobody commented. No, boo, you're not struggling. You're not working. You're trying to take an easy way out by posting on social media, and the Facebook gods come down and wave their magic wand in your comment section, and you're thinking people are going to blow it up wanting to join your team or wanting to book parties or wanting to buy from you because you do one social media post. That's not it's not easy like that. It doesn't happen like that. There is no magical fairy that's going to sprinkle dust on your comment section of your Facebook. It's not how this business designed. If it was, everybody would be successful. But the difference between people that find success in this business and people that don't find success in this business are the ones that do the work, that watch the trainings and implement it, that do the launch party. There's a number out there, and I need to find the chart, of the statistics of people that hit shooting star or sensational start. They find growth, promote faster in this company when they do those things. When they have their launch party, hit shooting star, and hit sensational start, they find more success. That's why Scentsy designed it that way. That's why they have a first things first checklist, to set you up for success. Because consultants that do those things find success. So don't sit back and reach out to me or your sponsor or this team page and say, I'm struggling, but boo, you're not doing anything. You didn't watch Guide to Growth. You didn't have a launch party. You didn't do follow-ups. You don't have a system in place for your business. It kills me when I do a coaching call, when somebody says, I want to do a coaching call with you, and we get on the phone and I say, well, how do you work your business? Do you have a system? I don't have one. You're not struggling then. You're just not working, and that's fine. But be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and say, am I struggling because I'm not putting effort in? Or am I struggling because I'm putting a ton of effort in and nothing's happening? Be honest with yourself. Stop skipping steps. This business is a simple one. Let me take a sip of this because I'm losing my voice, y'all. One of our core values in Scentsy is simplicity. This business is a simple one. Follow-ups, parties, sponsoring, coaching. Simple. Simple. But what people are doing are skipping steps. And I see it because I've seen it happen on this page. I've seen people that have been a consultant since March still aren't certified, but you sponsored 3 people. And then you say, I'm struggling. You're not struggling, but you're trying to skip steps. You're trying to skip steps. You're not struggling. You're skipping steps. You're not focused on your business. You're not focused on getting certified. You didn't have a launch party. So now you sponsored people, and guess what? You didn't teach them to do any of those things because you didn't do any of those things. You're not teaching your people that you sponsor to do those things because you yourself didn't do those things. You didn't find value in it, so you didn't do it. You didn't think it was important, so you didn't do it, and you're not teaching your people. You're trying to take the easy way out. There's no easy way out. I hate to break that to y'all. There's no easy way out. The first things first checklist was designed to do just that, your first thing. to do those things, not just check the box to say you completed it. That doesn't matter. I hear people all the time say, I watched Guide to Growth, but did you implement anything? Well, no, I didn't do it. Then you may have watched it, but if you didn't do anything, you wasted your time. Don't skip the foundation. You're in a perfect place this month to start over, to a do-over. And I'm going to say this, and I'll probably regret saying this, but if you have a sponsor that has not trained you, that has not worked with you, that has not offered to get on the phone with you to help you, and you reach out to them and you kind of get juiced out, I want you to email me so I can work with you. Because we don't do that. We don't do that. Okay? There are resources available to you guys at the top of this page. Go to the top, the pinned post. Those pictures, click on them. There's information and videos and trainings under each one. That's why I started doing the welcome email, because I knew people weren't getting trained. Start over. People, I hear all the time, and it blows my mind, because I wish y'all knew, really knew, how many times I almost quit. How many times I sat in this corner, right here. Y'all, I'm getting heated this morning. Right here, and cried and told James Lassiter, my husband, I can't do it. I'm done. Nobody wants to book parties with me. Nobody wants to do all these things. Nobody's doing any of these things. Nobody's replying. Nobody's supporting me. And cried in that corner after I left my nursing job and put my newborn to bed, and cried and said, I can't do it. And he said, you can't do it or you won't do it. There's a difference, y'all. You can't do it or you won't do it. And I'm not mad. I come off mad or I get real passionate, and I'm part Italian too, so I use my hands and my body to talk. Sorry. I just realized, I was like, Katie, why are you yelling? It's not too late to start over. But I hear people say, oh, my business is sucking. It's been a bad few months. You can change it. Guess what? Every morning you get up, you can change it. Only you can do it, though. The resources are there. Guide to Growth's there. The Google Drives are there for you to print out about Scentsy Club, systems, everything you could ever need to be successful in this business is at your fingertips. So stop saying you can't. It's not that you can't. It's that you won't. And there's a difference. And some of you need to be very honest with yourself. And I hope no hobbyists watch this. If you're a hobby and you're getting paid off your own purchases, y'all gonna think Katie is mean this morning. I'm not mean. I had to think to myself, people are skipping steps. Stop. There's no easy way to the top. There's no easy way to make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a month. There is no easy way. So stop thinking that a post is running your business. Y'all look at my social media. I've barely posted on Facebook at all this week. Do you know why? Because I've been booking parties and follow-ups and orders for 5 days. And guess what? My PRV is one of the best months it's ever been. Because I'm doing foundational things. Stop skipping your foundation. Skip it and you're going to fall. Skip it and I'm telling you, it's going to fall. That's like my front porch right out there. I've been waiting on a roof for like 6 months and I still have no roof. If they wouldn't have poured the cement, all those bricks they did would have fallen. Stop skipping your foundation. Stop it. And if you're sponsoring, you need to be teaching them the foundations. That's why they chose you as their sponsor. And I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If you have a sponsor that's not working with you and has juiced out and has not trained you, email me so I can work with you. I don't know how much clearer I can make that every Monday. I will work with whoever wants to be worked with. What I won't do is work with people that will not do the resources that I already share. Point blank, period. Some of you need to realize, if you've been in this business for a few months or you're a new consultant, it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to start over. You have a new day, y'all. Every Monday I say I start a diet. Every Monday. And I get on my bike. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't get on my bike yesterday because I stayed up late Wednesday night. I didn't get on my bike. So this morning, I didn't want to get out of bed, and I said to myself, well, I didn't get on my bike yesterday, and I didn't eat good yesterday, so I think I'm just going to skip today too. I'll just start over Monday. And you know what my husband said? You do this every week. Every week. You miss one day, and then you give up on the rest of the week because you missed one day. Stop it. Stop it. You're not going to have it all together. Stop selling yourself short, saying it's too late for you, or you've struggled for too long, or there's no way that this can turn around. You are in the driver's seat of this business. That's why you are an independent Scentsy consultant. You are in control. Only you can decide to turn it around and get back to the basics. Start with Guide to Growth, get back to the basics, and get back to your foundational things. Okay? I love y'all. Yes, I'm going to save it. I'm going to upload it to YouTube so I can share it on Leaders with a Dream, so y'all can share it with your teams, and I'll share it on the director page too. But I love y'all, and I just felt it on my heart this morning because I'm like, why aren't these people active? And they've been a consultant since April, May, and they haven't had $1 PRV because they didn't have a launch party, because they didn't do follow-ups. They didn't do it because they skipped that first things first checklist. They skipped that launch party. They skipped talking to their people about getting free and half off Scentsy. They skipped it because that's kind of uncomfortable. And that's kind of scary. And what if they say no? What if nobody shows up to my launch party? It's scary. The best things in life don't come from comfort zones. The best things in life do not come from comfort zones. I'm here to tell y'all. And I'm not going to talk bad about him. Megan's up here. But one of our close friends talked about this business and said, you're never going to be successful. You're from Rich Square. Everybody sells it. You're not going to do well. Everybody does it. Everybody sells it. Who are you going to sell to? What are you going to do when you run out of customers? I'm here to tell y'all. I have been talked about by my best friends. I've had my mom just bought Scentsy for me for the first time the month before last. Literally for the first time ever. I've been talked about. I have not been supported. My biggest supporters are complete strangers. My biggest supporters are complete strangers. Hear that again. Complete strangers. My best customers are complete strangers. You think my friends and family supported this? I had 2 good friends support this. The rest were coworkers and complete strangers. I have been talked about. I have been mocked. When I left my nursing job, you're going to leave nursing? Good luck selling wax to pay your bills. You're gonna leave your nursing job? We'll see you in a year. You'll be back in a year. You'll be back in a couple months. I get it, y'all. But some of y'all need to take that and put fuel in your fire. There is no better feeling than somebody telling me you can't do it. There is no better feeling telling me somebody, you're not going to do well, you're going to fail. Y'all better start putting that fuel to your fire. Stop taking it and letting it discourage you. You know how many times I've heard, there's so many people that sell it around you. There's so many people that sell it where you live. There's like a Scentsy consultant on every corner. Y'all better start using that fuel to put it to your fire. But instead, some of y'all are letting that feed you and get in your mind and take up your energy. They don't pay your bills. They don't walk in your shoes. And I'm about to be real quick, and then I'm about to end it. They weren't the ones that had to drop their newborn off at 4 weeks old at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to a job that gave 2 rats' asses about me and slave and work with no lunch break, no break, and come home at 7 o'clock to put that same newborn to bed. I missed 2 years of my son's life. You hear me? 2 years. 2 years of my baby's life. Some of y'all better start putting some fuel to your fire. Because I'm telling you, I sat in this floor crying when nobody wanted to book parties with me. When I would follow up with people and they'd left me on red or would ignore me. I get it. I've been there. You know what the difference is? My why was so deep rooted to be with my baby that nothing was gonna stop me. I coach called on my lunch break. I coach called on the way to work, did live videos on my way to work, did them on the way home. Did follow-ups while I was on the toilet, booked parties while I was taking a crap at work. Some of y'all need to put some fuel to your fire. And stop using your excuses as a crutch and start using them as fuel. I'm telling you, you got to start using it as fuel. You're not going to be motivated. And if you're going to sit here and think that somebody's going to be behind you motivating you every day, that you're going to get up here, listen to me, and I'm going to motivate you, or you're going to listen to Trent Shelton or trainings and you're going to be motivated, I'm here to tell you, if you're that person that's waiting for a training to motivate you, that motivation dies. That motivation has to come from here. It has to come from within. Because you're not going to always have somebody behind you telling you, you can do it. You got this, girl. You got it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You're going to have people mock it. You're going to be thinking, is this even worth it? I give up. I can't do it. You're not always going to have a cheerleader behind you cheering you on to do it and motivate you. You have to be your own motivation. You have to remember why you're doing this. What can this business do to impact your life? It's real, y'all. It's real. It's real. I love y'all. Let me get some work done. My husband took off today to carry my baby to speech so I can do work. So I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all.